Hello everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you my 5 most repurchased beauty products from the drugstore. Thank you all so much for clicking on this video. I'm super excited to be talking to you today about these 5 products. As I'm sure most of you know, as a beauty content creator for years now, I buy a lot of makeup and I am sent quite a bit of makeup. So it's actually kind of rare that I finish up a beauty product. I've always been someone who has a love for all makeup, no matter what price point it is. I have fallen in love with products from Wet n Wild and also from By Terry and Sisley and Clé de Peau. So price has never really been a deciding factor when it came to me purchasing products that I'm interested in. So believe me when I say that there is something extra special about these 5 products for me to not only use them up, but actually go out and repurchase them. Up first is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Long Wearing Concealer. I started using this several years ago. I raved about it a lot in my videos when I first got it. I may even have done a fully dedicated video to how impressed I was with this concealer when I first tried it out. Since then, of course, I've tried many other concealers. I most likely try somewhere around 10 new concealers every year, if not more. And because of that, I do have quite a few favorites of all different price points. I was about to say that this is the only drugstore concealer I've ever repurchased, but that's not entirely true. I did at one time repurchase the Maybelline Superstay Concealer before they changed it, before the reformulation. I am not as in love with the new formula as I was with the old, so I have not repurchased it in a couple of years. But this, as soon as I run out, I go and buy a new one. It is so creamy, it is so high coverage, it works beautifully on my 50-year-old under eyes. The color selection is great, and at many retailers you can find this concealer for under $10. This next product is something that I will use every day for a while, and then I'll stop using it. I'll go reach for my high-end Charlotte Tilbury powder or my Givenchy powder or my Huda Beauty powder to set my under eyes. But then I'll see this Fit Me translucent matte and poreless pressed powder in my drawer, and I'll think to myself, you know what? I liked that. I'm gonna try that again. And every single time I use this with a velour puff, I am so impressed, not only with the brightening effect that I get under my eyes, but the fact that it doesn't look dry. In my opinion, this powder truly rivals high-end powders. Now, I haven't tried anything but the translucent, so I don't know if the ones that are actually tinted are heavier or they get cakey or dry under the eyes. I can't speak to those. I have only ever repurchased the translucent, and I get such incredible brightening with this powder, and it never looks dry. Now, I'll be honest with you, I don't have the driest under eyes, so I can't say for sure that you're going to love this powder as much as I do, but at this price point, which again is usually under $10, I highly recommend you give it a try. Believe it or not, the next product is a mascara. And I say believe it or not because if you know me, you know how much I love my falsies. And yes, I do have falsies on right now. In hindsight, I probably should have recorded this video without them, but it's such a habit. Whenever I'm sitting down to record a video, I do my makeup a certain way. I add a little bit more blush, I add a little bit more eyeshadow, I add bolder lashes. It's just something that it seems I can't control. But thankfully, I did record this B-roll using the L'Oreal Telescopic Lift Mascara, and I will be showing you some after footage without falsies. I will wear this mascara alone without falsies on a daily basis. It's just when I'm filming, for some reason I can't control my arms and I'm always reaching for a pair of falsies. But on a day-to-day basis, when I'm not filming a video, I have been reaching for this mascara over and over. I used my first one for about 2 to 3 months until it started getting dried out. It also started getting a little gunky around the top. So I went and bought a fresh one. And you know what's surprising to me is that I love it so much, even though it has this type of applicator. I have said in countless videos that I am not a big fan of rubber bristle applicators for mascara. I prefer the traditional fluffy, it used to be called teddy bear brush. And my reason for that is I found myself always poking myself in the eye with these rubber bristle mascara wands. But thankfully, I have not had that problem with this one. This mascara gives me so much length and separation. I have very, very blonde, short, sparse lashes, and this is probably the best drugstore mascara that I personally have ever used. And it does not flake on me, it doesn't smudge. I am very, very, very impressed. Next is this lip pencil from NYX. I buy a lot of NYX lip pencils, and I've spoken about them in a lot of my drugstore favorites type of videos. And the shade Natural used to be my favorite, and I still love that one. But I find myself repurchasing this shade, Peekaboo Neutral, more often. Peekaboo Neutral is a really decent dupe for Charlotte Tilbury's Pillow Talk. When they're swatched side by side, Pillow Talk to me looks a little bit pinker, but on the lips, they look identical. You would not be able to tell the difference. Now, I have heard some people say that they find NYX lip pencils to be dry, but I have not experienced that. This is actually quite creamy. It doesn't tug on my lips as I apply it. It lasts all day long. You can smudge it out fairly easily before it sets to fill in your lips if you want a little color underneath, which is what I've done today, because that leads me into my fifth and final most repurchased drugstore makeup product, which is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss, specifically in the shade Moon. I own all of the shades of this lip gloss. Well, maybe not. There might be 2 or 3 shades that I don't have. But every time Maybelline comes out with a new shade in this Lifter Gloss, I feel like I have to go buy it. And I'm always so happy that I did. However, this shade Moon is my favorite, and I have repurchased this. And I didn't repurchase it because I finished it. I don't think in my life I have ever finished a lip gloss, but I did misplace it on a trip. And when I discovered that I no longer had it, I did immediately order a new one. A lot of people say that these Lifter glosses are dupes for the Fenty gloss bombs. I actually think they're even better, and here's why. A very simple reason. Whenever I use a Fenty gloss, it migrates outside of my lip line, even with lip liner, even with lipstick and lip liner. It has this tendency to migrate all over my face, up here, down here, and that's no good. That is not the look that I'm going for. But I do not have that problem with the Maybelline. It has a very similar doe foot applicator. It's just as shiny, and this color is so perfect. It goes over everything, every lipstick, every liner, and it has really good staying power for a gloss. Not to mention the lip-caring ingredients that are packed into this. And who doesn't want softer, plumper, more youthful looking lips? So there they are. I didn't realize this was going to be such a short and sweet video, but I guess it is, and I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate that so much. I would also appreciate you hitting that subscribe button if you aren't subscribed to my channel already. We would love to have you in the Risa Does Makeup family. I do upload new videos at least twice per week. You can also find more content from me over on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook. My username is the same everywhere. It's Risa Does Makeup. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to see you in my next video.